It's Abwon, and this is Face2Face Episode 13. 13. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking over there. I don't know. I haven't given you guys a rant in a long time. I've been networking with a lot of dope creatives. I just did an interview with EB Rebel. I think it was out like last week or maybe a week and a half ago, discussing Colin Kaepernick with the NFL anthem protests and things like that. You might want to check that out. It's pretty dope. This is my first actual video using my green screen, so just bear with me while I work the kinks out. But once I get fully acclimated to it, it's going to be crazy. So you might want to subscribe because this channel be lit. It's the wave over here. We be getting it in. Anyway, you know I don't really talk a lot about celebrities unless it's like banging me over the head. And pretty much that's what's going on right now. Like hip-hop right now is like kind of in a transition stage, where we have like the rise of like mumble rap, but we still have like lyricists. And Eminem has come out of hiding, and he's put out another album, Kamikaze. I'm pretty sure you've heard it. Everybody and their mom has heard it. Everybody on Facebook, social media, everywhere, they talking about it, right? So I'm going to give you my thoughts on Kamikaze before we move on to the next step. But this video is pretty much about Eminem and everything else surrounding him, because he came out, he dissed every rapper and their mom and their grandmom when he put out his album. And now people are coming out the woodwork. There's white rappers everywhere beefing with each other over who's more privileged. I don't get it. It's crazy. So Kamikaze, right? It's a dope album. I like it. But I'm not gonna lie to you. After like the first week, 2 weeks I listened to it, I don't really listen to it that much. Like I listened to like 3 records. That record, Not Alike with Royce is dope. Lucky You with Joyner Lucas. That's the best record on the album. Like I'm not even gonna lie, that's the best record on the album. That and like 2 more records. I don't really listen to anything else. Which brings me to my main point here. Eminem's music has not aged very well. If you go to the club, they still play Juicy by Biggie, right? They still play Hit 'Em Up by Tupac, California Love. You know what I'm saying? They still playing records off of Drake's first album. You know what I'm saying? They still play Fireworks out here. What are they playing from Eminem? Lose Yourself? You might hear that if you go to like a bar full of like Caucasians, but you ain't really hearing that in the club. Like they're not really playing anything from Eminem right now. They still play in the club by 50 in the club. You know what I'm saying? And people call him washed up. Like Eminem's music has not aged well. So I feel like for him to come out and diss all of these artists that are popping right now on the radio, this and the third, it was just a marketing move. It was really just a marketing move. I mean, that's rap marketing 101. You got an album coming out. You want to basically garner some interest. Mention somebody. You don't even got to say anything that malicious, like, yo, man, like, your mom's a hoe. You don't even got to do any of that. Like, you just got to mention them. That's pretty much all you have to do is just mention them. And Eminem went out of his way to do all of that. Nobody knew the album was going to drop. It just randomly dropped. And it's, he's dissing this one. He dissing Lil Yachty. He dissing Migos. He dissing Joe Budden. He dissing everybody. Let's be real, bro. Let's be real. When Eminem's last album came out, I can't even remember what the last one album came out. He had that record with Beyonce. He had the record with some other chick. He was really trying to just be himself. And all of y'all out here was calling him washed up. He's past his prime. Hang him up. Y'all was writing Eminem off so quick. All of a sudden now Kamikaze comes out and he's dissing rappers that you tired of listening to. All of a sudden, yo, he's a GOAT. How dare you talk about him? Rap God is back. Yo, Rap God is back. Where were you, yo? Where were you when that album dropped? Let's fast forward a little bit. He dissed Joe Budden, right? Now, let me tell you something about Joe Budden. You either like him or you hate him. That's it. That's it. There's no, I like a couple of his records, but I don't buy his albums. Nah, you either like him or you don't. It's that simple. And if you don't like Joe Budden, you're going to go out of your way to make sure you don't like him. It's just that simple. People will be in your inbox. People will be in your mentions that you don't even know. Yo, F Joey, like, he's so annoying. He a bum, this, that, and the third. Like, they'll go hard to be a hater. Like, bruh, do you get a 401k with that? Like, I don't get it. So he dissed Joe Budden. Joe Budden got the podcast now. You know he's retired from rap. And out of all the rappers that Eminem dissed on his album, I said the only artist that he actually said anything about that could actually compete with him would be Joey. That's it, Joe Budden, that's it. And I'm not even a Joe Budden fan. Let me just point that out. I'm not even a Joe Budden fan. I'm an Eminem fan, but I keep it real, obviously. I'm not a Joe Budden fan. But let's not just hate here. Like, Joey got bars. That man can spit. So I'm like, yo, he could definitely do his thing. So his podcast, right? I'm not subscribed to his channel, but my homeboy L2 from the JLA videos linked me to the video, so shout out to him. That's the point. When Joe Budden speaks, people listen. It's just that simple, whether you like him or not. When he speaks, you listen. When I heard his podcast, man, I was like the light bulb just went up. Because I was sitting here like, yo, he's really making a lot of valid points here. He spoke about how Bizarre is the only D12 member standing up for Eminem, and he looks terrible. Meanwhile, Jay-Z is out here and all his you know what I'm saying, right-hand men and everything, they out here looking like they looking fresh. And Eminem's right-hand man looking like, yo, they've been through the struggle a million times over. Okay. He spoke about the whole slaughterhouse situation, how people was basically telling him he can't speak ill of Eminem because he's a man, and how he didn't feel like Eminem was pushing his group the way like he felt Rick Ross is pushing his artists, which I definitely agree. Like, Rick Ross goes hard for his artists. Eminem wasn't doing anything for Slaughterhouse, but I get it. He's not really that type of artist, you know what I'm saying? He was looking at it like, you open up for me, whatever it is, what it is. Some things, obviously, I don't know about. I'm not in the industry, so I really can't speak too much on them. But I really felt like Joe Budden really, I feel like he put everything on the line right there. He even called Eminem out and was like, yo, diss me when your album's not dropping. Diss me when you don't need any type of financial gain, and we gonna get it in. Eminem came out with no diss track. No diss track. He came out with some Sway podcasts. I didn't even bother listening to it because I looked at it like, okay, you just doing the flag. You basically let us know what it was. You basically dissed him and you dissed these rappers on your album because you needed that album to sell. It is what it is, but I ain't mad at you. So almost maybe 24 to 48 hours after Kamikaze drops, a wild boy appears. MGK, Machine Gun Kelly. Wild boy, I'm a wild boy, I'm a wild boy. And I looked at this like, yo, how is this almost instantaneous after this album dropping? Like, I don't get it. A rapper gets dissed, you give them about maybe a week or so, they reply, they respond. This was like almost Kamikaze dropped in like a day, 2 days later, MGK was out with his Rap Devil record. And let me tell you something. That man, it wasn't just a diss track. He had a video and everything for it. Like, you could tell this man had this sitting in the lab for months. Which led me to believe it all may not be what it seems to be or what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to get to that in a little bit. So Rap Devil came out. And you know what I'm saying? I saw people on Facebook like, yo, MGK really came at Eminem like, yo, he coming for blood. Nah. Let me tell you something about MGK. And I am not an MGK fan at all. I feel like I was really impressed with that Rap Devil song. The beat was dope. The visuals was even pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he was flowing. I feel like he put a lot of effort into that diss record, like a lot. I feel like he was sitting in his room. He was really thinking of like, yo, I'm about to say this. Yo, I'm about to say that. Oh, I got him. I'm about to kill him. That's how I felt. And you could tell he really put a lot of effort into it. Just for Eminem to come out with a record 2 weeks later called Killshot that sounded like he wrote it while he was watching Orange is the New Black in the background on Netflix. I really felt like MGK, even though he did put a lot of effort into it, I feel like he sounded like a bitter employee. Like, you know, like when you go to a new job and there's that guy that's been there for years and never got promoted and he always talking bad about the job but he won't get a new one. That's how I feel about MGK's diss track. Like, this dude was like, oh, we get it, you're the greatest, can't somebody else get some food in their mouth? And I'm like, yo, you mad? You mad? Let's be real though, in hip hop, there's only room for one white rapper that's prominent. That's it. That's it. You can have you can have all these other white rappers out here saying whatever they want to say, doing whatever they want to do, but there's only going to be one that's bigger than all the others. Just like there can only be one prominent female rapper. And I don't know why that is. I don't get it. I never made the rules, but that's just how it is. Point blank, period. Eminem's diss record, he has some gems on there. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it's Eminem. He's lyrical. Like, he's one of the most lyrical rappers we've ever encountered. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy can rhyme vowels and syllables and consonants and everything. Like, I feel like Eminem wrote that, and he was just like, it was just like a love tap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Get out of my face. Like, get out of my face. And my thing is this. If you were going to have us wait 2 weeks for a half-assed diss track, why put it out in the first place? You know what I'm saying? Rap is competitive. You know what I'm saying? But the problem with hip-hop is this. When you have 2 stars, whether it's Jay-Z and Nas, Tupac and Biggie, Cannabis and LL Cool J, whoever it is, people are always going to take sides. They're going to take sides with whoever's either the bigger artist or the artist that they like to listen to. So people came out all of a sudden, oh, yo, Eminem, he killed him, yo, he killed MGK, like, yo, go back where you came from to respect the elders, dog, like, he the GOAT. And I'm sitting here like, yo, where was this energy when his last album was out and it flopped? Where was it? Where was it? Nah, you don't even know. You don't even know. Y'all wasn't checking for Eminem. Now all of a sudden, it's him against MGK, an artist that you don't listen to at all. Eminem is just he's the holy grail of music. Cut it out, man. That diss track was disappointing. Pretty much. But Eminem did his thing. He's lyrical. I get it. Now, in that record, Eminem said this line about Diddy. Basically saying, MGK, the day you'll be better than me or the day you go platinum. Some nonsense about MGK becoming relevant, which he isn't. Like, let's just be real, he isn't. And I'm going to get to that in a second, too. Eminem said that's the day Diddy admits that he put the hit out on Pop. Those are some bold words there, my friends. Bold words. Bold accusations. Now, I like a conspiracy just like the next man. You know what I'm saying? A nice conspiracy, too, when you put a lot of thought into it. But this right here, first off, what did Diddy even have to do with this? Oh, I get it now. Machine Gun Kelly is signed to Diddy's record label. That's where it came from. I just realized that right now. But you ain't have to mention the man's name. You ain't have to mention the man's name. Diddy came out, you know what I'm saying? Well, Joe Budden came out saying Diddy called him saying that, you know, the situation is handled. I don't know what that is. I don't know if he called Eminem like, yo, dog, like, you got to stop saying this about me. Like, I got the feds on my back, bruh. I don't know. Or maybe he sent the goons to his crib because I really don't think M is about that life, which is fine. He probably sent the goons to his crib, shook him up a little bit. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. Who knows? But that's the end of that there. You know what I'm saying? Now, G-Eazy, you know what I'm saying? The no limit dude, F for me and get some money. F for me and get some money. Now, he coming out the woodwork dissing MGK, and his diss track is dookie. Like, it's garbage. It's caca. But you can tell from his diss track that he really wants to fight MGK. Like, he really does not like this man. Like, you can tell when certain rappers beef with each other, like, you can tell it's just for entertainment. You're just trying to showboat. You know what I'm saying? You want to grandstand. G-Eazy really want to fight this man. Like, he really wants to fight him. That record was, whatever. It's over some girl, supposedly MGK boinked his girl. and now he's bragging about it, and G-Eazy and got back with the girl or something. I'm not really sure what's going on because I really don't care about that. But let me tell you something. This all feeds into the grand conspiracy of this fraudulent beef. This all feeds into it because now, you know what I'm saying? Now you have these teeny bopper tabloid magazines picking up all the coverage, whatever. Anybody, my video might get put on the cover. Anybody that mentions Eminem, MGK, that's pretty much it. Anybody who mentions those two are getting put in magazines. They're getting put all over blogs. Everything. So I'm sitting here like, I need to ponder this. I really need to ponder this situation. Bizarre from D12 comes out with a record now called Machine Gun Clips with some dude, Ron Browse, I think Ron Trez or something. I think it's a rapper from like around where he live at. I don't even know. Now he got a diss on the Machine Gun Clips, and that record is trash too. Like, come on, Bizarre, who are you really dissing? This is the same dude talking about getting molested by transvestites, having sex with midgets. Like, who are you really dissing? Who are you dissing? And I do like Bizarre. In D12, I do like Bizarre, but it's like, who are you dissing? His diss track is garbage. I'm gonna get a gun, I'm gonna shoot him, I'm gonna kill him. Typical rap, typical ignorant rap. Back to Joey's point. Why is Bizarre the only member from D12 sticking up for M? Not saying Eminem needs backup, he sure doesn't, but nobody else in that group is saying anything. A thing, nothing. I wonder why that is. Could be some bad business, but I don't know. I'm not in the industry. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Cut that out the way. Nobody's paying attention to Bizarre. You're going to get your little 10 seconds real quick. Then you got to go back to work at Chipotle. After that, you know what I'm saying? Yellow Wolf. Another white rapper. Big whoop, right? Another white rapper. Got some new record out called Shade. Supposedly it's an MGK diss. I didn't hear one thing about MGK other than this one line about, yeah, I'm about to kill these white MCs that's trying to take my grind or something like that. These white rappers that's trying to take my grind. You know, I used to like Yellow Wolf. I think his flow is real dope. You know what I mean? But, I mean, let's just face it. You irrelevant too, bro. You're irrelevant too. You could put out a new record today with Jay-Z, with Kanye. You could come out and say, you know what I'm saying, Trump is making America again. Nobody's going to really care. Nobody's really going to care. So, that record, you know what I'm saying, is it really an MGK diss, or did you say that to get some more clout? Part of the conspiracy. So, now stories are coming out, you know what I'm saying, MGK, somebody from his crew, beat up some dude that rolled up on him at a restaurant, calling him a bitch. They beat him up. You know what I'm saying? This actor, they beat him up. He probably deserved it. Like, if you see somebody, like, eating food, like, why would you roll up on him and antagonize him? Like, come on, bro. You serious? Now, MGK was on tour. He opened up for Fall Out Boy, which is a real good look. A real good look considering what he's been doing the last couple of years, which is pretty much nothing. Opened up for Fall Out Boy, had the crowd throw up the middle fingers, you know what I'm saying? They all did it. He took the picture, turned around, and he had the shirt for Killshot on it. And then now suddenly some video comes out where he's getting booed. He's getting booed. All right, people were tweeting him, hitting him up on Instagram like, yo, like you bamboozled the crowd. These weren't even your fans. I get it, yo. They're not there for MGK, whatever. But for you to do that just because somebody told you to is like so baffling to me. Like, are we really that big of sheep out here? And then you want to blame him for it? I don't get it. So now reports are coming out saying that was false. He never got booed. There were Eminem fans out here that basically edited the film, tampered with it, and put the boos in there themselves. Okay. I heard that was a proven fact because they released the original video and the boos never happened. Okay, all right, I got you. Feeding more into the conspiracy. Another video comes out saying an Eminem fan came out the crowd and tried to fight MGK. Meanwhile, the security doesn't do a damn thing. This dude is basically at the front of the stage, spazzing on MGK. And then he doesn't even hit him. He like taps his leg. That's how I'm like, yo, this is so scripted. Meanwhile, security's not doing anything. Security's not doing anything. Like, these guys are just as close as you and me are. Security's not doing anything. Feeding more into the conspiracy. More information, more documentation, more receipts are revealed. Eminem and MGK are both on the same record label. MGK got an album coming out tomorrow, or should I say today, since it's Friday, but I'm filming this on Thursday. He got an album coming out today. Yesterday, Thursday, he was on The Breakfast Club promoting that album. The Breakfast Club is probably the #1 radio station in New York, arguably the #1 radio station in New York. And all of the radio personalities are prominent figures in pretty much entertainment media. DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne, like people know them outside of hip hop, like they're pretty big. Then, if you look at their diss songs, they got the same producer to do both of their diss tracks. I'm sitting here like, bruh. But to top it off, they found out that MGK had Rap Devil published 6 months ago on his SoundCloud account, turned it to private, and then the second Kamikaze came out, it was turned back to public. If that doesn't tell you this beef is fraudulent, I don't know what does. This was all a scheme. MGK has still gotten a lot more relevancy now from being destroyed by the rap god than he has in years. All of these artists that G-Eazy is more relevant than MGK right now. For him to be going at MGK and MGK being looked at as the bigger artist, bruh, his album's gonna come out and people are gonna listen to it just for the simple fact that they want to know if he's gonna diss somebody else on there. That's it. And now all of a sudden he's waving the white flag like, yeah, you know, I had a diss track to Eminem, but I felt so offended that he called me a mumble rapper, I decided to shelve it. I'm not putting it back out. No, bro, you don't need, the reason why you shelved it is because your album's coming out and you got so much momentum, you don't need to put it out. That's pretty much just what it is. Like, let's just call a spade, man. This whole beef is fraudulent, yo. And that's why Eminem didn't put out a diss record to Joe Budden. And that's why he didn't call out anybody else like Drake, Kanye, anybody else. Nobody. All those other rappers, Lil Xan, Lil Yachty, none of them gonna say anything to Eminem. What can they say? I pop pills and sit lean. You a white dude, what you mean? That's it. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all they gonna say. That's it. I feel like all of this is contrived. I feel like all of this was thought out and planned. Everything. For Eminem to get back to where he was before, he had to diss some rappers, and there was a rapper on his record label that needed to be propelled. Boom. Here we go. Even trade. At the end of the day, Eminem is still a top 10 rapper in history. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this move was well calculated. A lot of people are feeding into it. It was well calculated, but I'm not going to, like I said before, I feel like his music just hasn't aged well. His album, he's still talking about how he's going to beat people up for being, you know what I'm saying he's garbage on Worldstar Hip Hop comments. He's still talking about sodomizing people with umbrellas and stuff like that. He's still using homophobic slurs. Like, it's 2018, bro. We still doing this? I don't know. But that's just my thoughts. You don't have to agree. You know what I'm saying? You may not even be watching right now. So it is what it is. Anyway, I'm about to be out of here. Check me out, man. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I've always got all types of dope content coming for you guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry this video was so long, but I had a lot on my mind. I had a lot to speak about. A lot. Don't feed into the hype, y'all. Do not feed into the hype. I'm out of here.